You want to hear my maratz? I'll share with you what I don't understand, what I don't know. Hazini Yotes, the second sikha. The Rebbe discusses over there about Moshe Rabbeinu, why he says, Rashi says, so he even said we won't let him go up.
Ja. Gelernt am sicher.
Ganz ariches.
De Rebbe das de neue Akten, de drei, Geschmack sicher.
Yeah. But I come at the end, towards the end of the sikha.
But he can't uphalten. Moshe Rabbeinu.
So why would he be allowed up to halten? Well, the mitzvah went of Moshe. Tzivui was the Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu had the tzivui that he has to go up, but he didn't have a tzivui that they have to let him go up. So they could have held him back, and then Moshe Rabbeinu would not have been able to go up on the mountain. So Moshe Rabbeinu would have stayed with us, and would have been on his bottom. So why did they let him go? So the Rebbe doesn't. Why did the Lepoy let him go? Moshe Rabbeinu knowing that they will not see him back wherever he's going to go, but he's not coming back the way he came back after Matan Torah, after the 40 days going up. Why did he let him go? Because since what Moshe Rabbeinu does is nitzchi, so Moshe Rabbeinu would have gone into Eretz Yisrael. The Beis Hamikdash would be a Beis Hamikdash nitzchi.
Chas v'sholom gedacht
sein. Later on, his daf kommen at Tisha B'Av. Wouldn't have been able to be that he let out his cars on Eitzim Vavonim. He would let out his cars on Eden. The Mela, therefore, they were sacrificing Moshe Rabbeinu to save themselves. What exactly does it mean? Number two, if this is the Zman HaGula, if Moshe Rabbeinu would have built the Beis Hamikdash, would it be the Beis Hamikdash Nitzchi HaShlishi? Right? Either does the Zman HaGula. Was im Schaden?
The Pashtus began the second question. That Moshe Rabbeinu come in and built a Bayis Nitzchi, it would have been a Bayis Nitzchi, but it would have been a Bayis Nitzchi not Mitzad the Mata. It would have been a Bayis Nitzchi Mitzad the Maila, Mitzad Hamshach.
That's why it didn't happen, right?
That's why it didn't happen. So then it would have been a
would that not have been the Zman HaGula?
Wat gewend Shayach Chatoim noch. Was wird nicht durchgenommen in der Tachten. Ist eben so, Beis Hamikdash darf stehen, aber die Menschen darf nicht stehen.
So there would have been dollars forever.
Nein, so wird gewend
we would have been in a mediocre Geula. We would not have been in the Geula HaMitis.
And when would the Geula HaMitis happen? How would the Geula HaMitis happen?
Shaila is what they couldn't.
That's why. And it's going to be through Pnei Levana. Pnei Levana, not
This is why it didn't happen. But if it would have happened?
It wouldn't have happened. That's why this is the what's it called? The Kavana Aliyani. This is why this is the Kavana Aliyani. Why we? Right? Why did we let it? Because that's the only way we come to the Gula Mitzvah Hashem. It had to happen. Azeh HaGadav Zayin. Even though it was a terrible, horrible thing, side violent.
But it sounds like a very in other words, so Makriv when Moshe Rabbeinu for their interest, they should.
Moshe Rabbeinu, they were.
Oh no, but that's not what the Rebbe says. As Moshe Rabbeinu alein mashlichayav leneged. That's a Moshe Rabbeinu, but that's not what it says. The question is about Yidden. Why Papa some Yidden gelost? But okay.
Because they no. So
that would have been a ticket. That would have been a tifid destruction of Moshe had Moshe caused the destruction of the Yidden.
Right. How's Moshe the Rai Mehemna Yamot? What happened, for example, if the Yidden said, Yosef, Atzmeis Yosef, no, we want to take you up to Mevil. Why do you have to sacrifice yourself for 400 years? So in other words, this is the ultimate bittul to the Nasi Hadar is to folgen was the Nasi Hadar haste ton, even if for us.
This is another Nakuda. That's another Nakuda. Kastisogin. They did it because Hazeh will Moshe Rabbeinu Folkman. But that's not what the Rebbe says. The Rebbe kind of says over the other words. Since if Moshe Rabbeinu would have not gone up, then the home would benefit. So to save the Yidden, or mir Yidden machen it given, we're going to let the Moshe Rabbeinu. That's not that
Not
Moshe
save the
Rabbeinu
Yidden.
himself does it.
But not. But maybe the vart is not to save the Yidden. The Gashmi stick 11 from the Yidden. To save the entire kavanah. Because I was saying that the kavanah.
This does state though. I mean, anyway. All right.
I mean,
Does it have any shaykhs with today?
That's it's the greater places.
The next question. If I can make a little commercial here. Medarf lernen the Sichach of Ches Nisan zusammen mit dem Gimel Tammuz Sichach für nun alles. Par Gimel Tammuz. Anish Gimel Tammuz, I'm sorry to say, screws with the mind. But Medarf lernen the Chof Ches Nisan Sichach zusammen mit dem Gimel Tammuz Sichach. Das geht azar, it picks up to a whole different place. Und wird nicht verchmorret, und fällt nicht da rein in dem ganzen, whatever. I don't know, because I'm this year I'm just sharing that I Baruch Hashem, I'm able to keep it up. That I give every week at least 3 or 4 classes in the Sichos of the Nalef and the Beis. I undertook it to take the entire Dvar Malchus in English to give a clear, as much as the way I understand it, but I call it Key to Redemption, and I'm going through the whole thing. I'm not really teaching it inside, but I'm going through the Pashat Sif by Sif. Durch the ganze Dvar Malchus. I mean, I've taught it many times, but now I'm doing it for Arichus and teaching it. It's mamash hafla b'pela. But the Rebbe's megal in the Chavches Sivan Sich. Mamash the Rebbe's dort megale. Like if there's ever a sikh where the Rebbe says the poil mamish wer is. Was das ist, the ganze Kalkoyach von Matan Teure is aus dem Rebbens. He comes with a shleimus when the Rebbe walks onto the shores of America. He brings the Kavanah El Yaina to its ultimate station. He's Megala the whole thing. He picks up the Yissen Eretz Bakoilu, flips the whole world from the Tachten, Shein Tachten, Mamate Memenu, von dem wird Ufaratsta. And das is the Gilui from Mashiach. In other words, in this Shikha, the Rebbe is not hiding anymore behind the Friedige Rebbe. And this Sikha the Rebbe read wegen Sikha lanes, and he in his own. I don't know if you can say, the Rebbe says over there how the Friedige Rebbe is Yitzhak, and the Rebbe wants to say that he is Malchus, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't say it. He says Kol Anshe Hador, Shedereinu, Anoshim V'Tav Zene Malchus. When he gave the andere Spheres, sagt the Rebbe, das ist the Rabbeim. Das ist the Rabbeim, but he gave all the Spheres. When he gave us, he doesn't say this is him. He says, das ist Kol Anshe Hador, Anoshim V'Tash V'Yesh Loimar. Anoshim V'Tash, the Doreinu, das ist Malchus. So incredible.
Anosi hu Hakeh.
Ja, but the sounds wie der Rebbe gets gesagt, Schmuggel Arois.
Wie sagt man sicher, ad Arboim Shana, und jetzt noch der Hemshech.
Yeah.
But that's interessant. A letter from the Rebbe to Montreal. At one point, there was some, let's say, some strong difference of opinions in the local Mosdis. And it went way beyond the expectations. And there was the Rebbe was involved. Rashag was involved, and all of my cousins. I mean, it was a whole to do. There was one community leader, a former Talmud of the yeshiva, that was close to the yeshiva, close to Chabad, and he was very disturbed by this whole situation. So he wrote a little bit of a nasty letter to them. Are you talking? Where's leadership? How could it be something like this? In Kleinigkeit. Either the president for the greatest schnorrers of the world, Federation. Right? So is it a größer schnorrer? So he's an important person. Anyway. And he wrote a letter like he expects the Rebbe to take care of this thing, and there can't be Hefker, there has to be leadership. Right? Rebbe answered a 2-page letter in English. Basically, the Rebbe tells them, Siddha Seder in Lubavitch. There's structure, there's order. Amongst the things that the Rebbe writes, that I'm probably paraphrasing the beginning here, that the Moses that the Friedrich Rebbe established was Merkez Le'inyan Chinuch, and the Trim Moses, and it was Yeshiva Timchet Mimim. And the Rebbe says, and my late father-in-law, my father-in-law, he was the one who was in charge. And after the passing of my father-in-law, I had the privilege to take over these institutions. And the Rebbe said, Siddha Seder. And there is a Hanhala Merkazis, all the yeshivas Temchet Mimim have to report to the central yeshiva. But the Rebbe said, I had the privilege to take over leadership of the Brevarians. But it was very, very interesting. So, I can hear when we darf. Anyway.
And Davke in them Sicher von Chodesh Nisan, sagt der Rebbe, and he says it by Shoftim Sicher also, interessant. Davke, wenn redt wegen sich allein, interessant. And these Sichers, that is Megala Tefach. So the Rebbe in these Sicher, the Rebbe says, in the Baut mit redt das alt, was das ist kosher im Diburei Shel HaKadosh Baruch. Redt das, wie das ist kosher mit Diburei Shel HaKadosh Baruch. I have gesehen, they showed, you saw the Rebbe Yoimi video today? They had Holland, Rebbe Holland. They have the Rebbe Yoimi that comes out. So Rebbe, I think, what's his name? Hollander, someone from Brighton Beach.
Okay,
the Rebbe Rebbetzim, seine Chazen, the Rebbe fragt, hat ungegräte Drosches schon für Rosh Hashanah. So he says, ich habe geschickt zum Rebbe for the Rebbe's approval. The Rebbe said, nur darfst du fragen Darshanim. The Rebbe says, ich bin nicht Kadarschen. Also der Rebbe says, ich bin nicht Kadarschen. Sagt der Rebbe, he says to the Rebbe, ihr seid nicht Kadarschen, Halavai auf alle Jiden gesagt. So, interessant. The Rebbe hat nicht Kadarschen, the Rebbe hat Divrei Lekim Chayim, nicht Kadarschen.
We just printed this week, and I think the Beis Mashiach had settled for Rebbe, Loi ish dvarim anochi. And the Rebbe says, und die Burim nehmt sich bei mir, es kommt aus, sie scheich zu Peil Mamisch. When is the Burim, hat es a scheich zu mir, wenn es kommt aus le Meise. Aber sie sagt, le ish dvarim anochi. Und der Rebbe ist sehr scharfer Zettel. Der Rebbe says, 6 Chodoshim that I follow you, and it hasn't happened, and I'm following for another 12 months, and I hope at the end you're not going to give me, tell me noch einmal Terutzim, und das soll nicht gehen, soll nicht durchgucken, wie die Gemara sagt, kann man mich schatte und euch. Scharfer Zettel. Lo ish dvorim an euch. Und wenn nehmt mir Dvorim, die Burim, wenn es kommt aus dem Mais. So, wo halten wir mit Meise? Noch die alle die Burim.
So Sandy, where are we holding? When are we signing the contract? Noch dem darf man wissen, wie Case of Menulon.
Man hat doch schon.
Yeah, we have pledges. But the problem is that we need upfront money. Not the problem, but the challenge.
Who is going to be the treasurer? Which Moisid is going to give the letters, the receipts? I don't know how it works in the States, but if you want to, over here, if you want to get a tax-deductible donation, you have to give it to a Moisid, and the Moisid has to issue an official receipt. How does it work in the States?
Yeah, you have to. And I for a few of the Minatzchim things, I was doing it by me. Right now, my office is in shambles. I don't have a secretary. I don't have anything. So I'm very, very behind in all this. So it would help if we find a different someone to do it benegay to this Indian.
Because the person, he has to be able to take it through his books. He has to be able to pay and then pay the salary, whatever the expenses would be.
Mm-hmm. What does it take to open? What does it take to open? I think it's time that we open our own 510c3 or whatever thing, and then it has its own thing. You know, you can open it and start it, and then you apply. You get the tax. It works retroactively. So you can once you apply, I think you can even get a temporary something, and then it gets retro when it's approved. It gets retroactively. It's okay.
But this has to be done. So I guess it needs a board of directors or something.
Oh, so we should have somebody. We should have somebody amongst the Minatzchim that is a candidate in the Azach. Does anybody know anybody? There are shluchim that are very efficient in these government or all these applications and all these
legal matters. Mandy,
yeah.
is this your 40? One of your 40s? You look like
then we're gonna have to open up a.
Mandy Rosenfeld looks like a guy at this pasta says on the same
Halavai, no, it's not.
Mandy's in camp.
I am in camp.
Look at him. He's enjoying himself. The kids are probably.
Where's the camp? Where's the camp? At your house?
No, that's why I'm home. We have two camps, I think. Mendy Majeski is also in camp.
Yeah. The camp already started?
Today was first day. Today is the first day. I had to finish the story early to come here to get this started.
Yeah. So do we know anybody who is? It's two things. It's doing it, and then somebody has to be responsible. There's going to be credit cards. I get most of these payments are going to be credit cards.
Yeah,
So
everybody's going to give a card, and it's going to be charged.
Somebody has to be able to pass those cards, and so you have to have a system, a credit card processing company, right? If you open a new maiset, so all these things, you have to have a bank account with the processing of the credit cards.
You know, maybe we can ask. Wie heißt der? Only problem is, as ich will nicht fragen for the $15,000 da.
No, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. Unless he wants to put in the down payment for the schus. I can't offer Canada because it's not good.
Okay, we'll put it out today. And we'll reach out and see if anybody
who is willing to be the treasurer of the Minatzchim funds.
Yeah, that's it. We need someone to take the treasury. That's it. We're going to put it out.
And if he lives in Florida, we can give him 10% to go to Florida for vacation.
I guarantee you wouldn't want me to be treasurer.
Why not? We trust you.
Just ask my wife.
That's because you don't give her as much as she wants. That's something else.
Oh no, she doesn't give me as much as I want.
Label. I have the schus to have your son Eli coming to us and Farbringing in 2 weeks.
Oh wow,
he's coming to Shabbos.
That's great.
Made up with him yesterday. He's going to be our Farbringer, so they're very happy about it.
Baruch Hashem. I mean, he's got a lot of stories and.
Every time I sat with him, I was very inspired. He's the real deal.
Yeah, Baruch Hashem, he takes after his mom. You know, but I keep her away from the Arak. I just, too much. But anyhow, Baruch Hashem, it's really amazing.
Hashem should have lots of nachas. So there are 3 people.
Okay, so we're gonna put it out. Let's put it out. Okay. Let's get someone else involved. Let's find someone who will be happy to.
Now, did Sandy say where he's up to? I see he disappeared. Sandy, he's still on the incognito.
It seems like after Gimel Tammuz, the guy's he's ready to roll. Chaim.
Okay, so we have to get money going by then, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were a few people who offered to give money up front.
Mm.
Somebody had posted it. At least that'll be enough for the first time. All right. Since we're digressing here again, I heard B'Shem, actually, no, I read it. Zalman Poizner said, the Friedrich Rebbe, unless I misread, I misunderstood, that in the time of Chav Chesidim, around Chav Chesidim, the Friedrich Rebbe said, "Medaf hab ma lebedik Rebbe." You ever hear this? Anybody heard something like this, similar?
I heard that in the early days, and I forgot who, somebody asked the Rebbe to take opinion, and he said, go to the Frierdiker Rebbe, and he says it's not our custom to stand in front of a chair, and the Rebbe took the opinion, but that's the only story that strikes me.
I heard that story, unless it's a different story. I heard the story with Moshe Hecht. I know the older father of all JJs, etc. She, I think, was his name, right? The father of the Hecht brothers. In Apele Sharid. And after Yud Shvat, he came to the Rebbe, wanted to give opinion. And the Rebbe says, was hattest du mir? So he says, "Ivo soll ich tun?" What should I do? So that's how I heard the story. So the Rebbe apparently told him, "Tu was ich tu? Do what I do. What do? I go upstairs." And the Rebbe said, "The Tisch steht, the Bänkel steht, give them pan." So apparently he said, in Polen hat man gewusst, dass man gibt nicht kein Pan zu einem Bänkel. That's how I heard the story. Now, you know how stories go, right? But that's how I heard the story ages ago. And apparently, they claim, or he claimed, or whoever said the story, he was the first one that the Rebbe took the pan from. So, could be Meise Shoya Hoya.
The first of the Meise mit the Meise mit dem Belzer Rebbe. Nee, ist doch heute der Meise mit dem Belzer Rebbe. Mit Ashkenazi. Als bekommen hat der Belzer Rebbe hat ihm gesagt, dass soll nicht soll nicht fahren kann zu Tzadikim, zu Kivri Tzadikim. So when he came in at the gegeben, so he said, as the Belzer Rebbe hat ihm gesagt, aber Fedish Shahira, that kann ich gehen zu Kivri Tzadikim, and therefore he's giving the pan to Rebbe.
Yeah. I remember.
The Belzer Rebbe stayed in an apartment in Tel Aviv where he was there. The story and was this verified? The story that has been going around on WhatsApp this week about this younger man from Antwerp with the jewelry, und wie der Rebbe hat ihm gewarnt, he shouldn't travel, and he came to him for the flight.
No, but is the story coming? Apparently, this happened somewhere in Vegas.
In Vegas, it's geschehen the Meise, yeah.
So who tells the story? The guy from Vegas?
Weiß nicht, das
From Vegas?
It comes around this WhatsApp and fertig. The story like this needs to be verified.
Does that too? Abeferish WhatsApp.
Oh. No, yesterday, it's interesting. Yesterday, my mother sent me a video from one of the speakers, Olav Shulam, is a Teire Yid gewesen, nicht Kalabavitcher, and he was nifter not long ago. And read wegen Mashiach, and he's fire. Und sagt that the Befedische Rambam, that the Rambam says that if you believe in Mashiach, and you're waiting for Mashiach, and you're waiting for Mashiach because you want it to be good for you, Begashmias and this, and for Shidduchim, and for Poster is a good speaker, and this, you're not Bekoides Mamish. The only reason you can believe in Mashiach is it should be Hashem Echad U'Shmo Echad. So I said, wie sagt der Rambam? Der Rambam sagt, wenn es Avu Chachamim, wie Moise Mashiach, aber der Rambam sagt, dass es Apikoide, der Rambam sagt, als komme ich in einem Machakel Lebiosoi, aber davon was alle Schwa, I have no idea. This video is going around everywhere. The Darshant, and I get das stark, and he says, I'll show it to you in the Rambam, but they don't even show that piece. So
this sounds like Pikarski is all of Shalom is eine Shiurim. I don't know if anybody had the privilege to listen to his shiurim. I did. And his famous line, das if in the nicht gedrückte. It's okay. This is thank you, Mandy. This is yeah, it's been going around lately too. This is from the nicht gedrückte.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that this is also from the nicht gedrückte. Or maybe that's
Anyways, okay, so this is how. So we have to find someone, and we have what I'm afraid is, and this is important, that when Chaim gets on and starts working, that we get much more active, not Siddur ain't in charge of everything.
I mean to say we should get more active.
That's right. In other words, the
Because I
fact that
thought-
we'll have someone should get us
I
more
don't want
involved.
to be in the negative because I don't think we can be less active.
I want. But I'll tell you something else. I think the opposite. I think he is going to make us more active because he's going to say, "No, next project. What else do you have me on? You know, I got this covered. What's the next thing you need from me? You
Let's
know."
hope so.
That's I really think that. Hashem, I'm saying it's gonna.
And Sandy, were you on? Do you have any ideas of who we should use for treasurer and get well,
Muted yourself again. Sandy, you're muted again. I still doesn't become on the table. Okay. All right. So let's get more active.
So Sandy, can we have Chaim on next week on the first Minatzchim after Gimel Tammuz? So we'll at least and also
When is this Chidon? Any idea? It's supposed to be this week, no?
I think it's on Gimel Tammuz
Down
or
Gimel-
Lakota Gimel Tammuz. I think it's on Gimel Tammuz.
Yeah, I think it's on Gimel Tammuz. Yeah.
down Gimel Tammuz, huh? Anybody tuned in yesterday to the kids' Mashiach program?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay, fine.
And how was it? I was on just for a few moments. Was there a good attendance?
And Isaac, where are you in such a fancy shul? Wie bedeutet
This is
das?
a tour shul the first shul in America.
Yeah, wow.
On the porch, come.
Ton is cooking, aber das ist gut.
Come, come.
Ton is weisen.
Lekavit Koyach.
Newport.
Sivan.
Yeah.
It's the oldest building.
Shul in America.
It's the oldest building.
Every time we go,
Yeah.
The Portuguese minion was all at first. I mean, the minion, but it's the oldest building. Did you?
What do you think, by the way? What do you think about the opening a Kilo? Did you see that video?
Yeah, no, it's outside.
Unbelievable. I'm taking a picture of it.
What?
I'm coming off.
Missing out on something? Koilel, was war Koilel?
It's a kollel that in Yoni Gula Mashiach that there was a video that Arn Isaac sent today to the group.
Who is doing it?
In Eretz Yisrael.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you heard it? You didn't see the video? A Kilo just
I know this guy from Yufutsu.
yeah.
The guy from Futsu, the one who made the Tanya with the Rebbe's Biyurim on it.
I mean, this is Geret.
Yeah, he's opening.
Actually, someone should make for the non-Chabad Olam. You know, for the Chafetz Chaim, they can make hundreds of Kailim. Everyone learning Yoni Mashiach Geula. Isn't that what the Chafetz Chaim wanted to do? I don't know if Kail, but he wanted to make shiurim in Yoni Mashiach.
The Chafetz Chaim made yeshiva for Kahanim.
Cut him for what? Yeshiva Kahanim.
Right, but this is unbelievable. I mean, a Kilo, I can't get over it. It's amazing. I hope they have it. They should make no. American speaking. Yeah, Kilo. Not a Mashiach. Kachim,
Aaron Isaac, did you show the kids, the bima, the steps going down outside? There's a trapdoor under the bima.
Oh, the trapdoor. She spoke about it. Where is that, Taka? In front.
It's by the bima.
Oh my, you know, I didn't even see it. Let me just, I have 1 minute.
Reb Zusha, to answer your question from before about the program, I was very inspired from it. It was
Where's
very
the
good, very
trap door? I just
entertaining.
didn't see the trap door. Where's the trap door?
There's
Now
a
you can't see
trapdoor
it.
that-
That's the vart. Maybe there's a
it's
carpet
under
on top
the-
of
Where
it.
was the trap door?
It's under the, it's by the bima, and it allows guys to go downstairs and in a route to
I didn't see the
outside.
trap
in
door.
case-
Sorry, did you see it? Oh, it's in. Oh, over here. That. Thank you.
Why is there a trapdoor? Why
There
is
was a
there a
trap
trapdoor?
door. There was a whole conspiracy if it was for people to because
Just in case
people
you
came here.
to escape.
Yidden came here from Portugal, so they had
Mm.
their whole way of thinking, as in case they didn't know if they were safe yet.
Mm.
Unbelievable.
Wow. So you were saying the program was
What's the year? What's the year that the shul was built?
17. What year again? 1768 was it built? 63. 1763.
Oh, 1 second. 1763. Wow. Zusha, you ready for my title? This you're gonna like.
Right,
1763.
give me 1 second.
I have a title for you, only for you.
Yeah, it was very nice. I thought it was very entertaining. My kids had a good time. There were over 100. I don't remember 160 kids there. What I saw 100, something like that. Different, more than 160 kids. A whole bunch of kids on each picture, each video.
Wow.
A whole bunch of kids sitting there. It was nice. It was very nice.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Oh, so the basic Nechov in Sivan Sicha, the whole thing is the Rebbe starts. So why is Chav Ches why is Koyach? Because it's the day after 3 times 3 times 3.
Right.
This 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And therefore it takes 2, you get the Chazaka 3 times 3. Then it does Nisgala the next day. Koyach. So think about it. This year is 82 years since the Rebbe came. This was Chav Ches Sivan. 82. It come Tushan Aleph, it's a Tushan Pei Gimel. All right, it's 82 years. So what it does? This is 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is 81. And this year is the year after the 3 times 3 times 3. And it's the same like 28, but 82. It's the same two words. 28, 82 is the selbe. So the koyach, but the Rebbe read demons is jetzt schon da mamish to same hachpala.
Right?
The Rebbe read oichet in the selbe sichne. The Rebbe oichet himself. The Rebbe speaks after we have finished with 28. Megala sein the koyach von tachten. The Rebbe says, "Vet nicht sein, lo me nicht machen a hafsake." The Rebbe says, "Anstatt machen a hafsake, vet me machen a hemshech." And the Rebbe said, "What is the hemshech?" The hemshech is 29. What's 29? 29 is was a Yid wird eins mit den Ebersten legamre. Das ist schon der Yichud von der Shimshe v'Sihara. Das ist schon Yisrael wird eins mit den Ebersten. Was L'chure meint der Rebbe, das ist das Galus von Mashiach Mamish. Wie Mashiach ist Mamish eins mit den Ebersten. Das ist 29. Wie hält man jetzt in Seit Gimel Tammuz? Man endet jetzt 28, man geht rein in 29. Das soll schon sein, der Yichud Shimshe v'Sihara bis Galus. Anyways, Titus ist da genig und schon fertig.
Ich sag der Rebbe, aber leis de vor im Monarchis, das ist mamisch. Okay, Jeden. Ein Geschmack verbringen in der Mittag, sehr Geschmack. Und ihr darf nicht zurückgehen zu Pel mamisch.
So what about Sam? Then manager, what? Maybe they
So
need to make
Sandy,
a trailer
are we
online
signing with
for a
him? What's
couple
going
hours.
on?
I have a verified story from this Shabbos, if you want. It was a very short story. Basically, there was a guy, a small Fabrengens in the 70s, his name is Tatik, and so Willem asked him, and he confirmed the story is 100% true. And when he was dating, he went out with a girl, and he found out that she spoke only Hebrew. He spoke only English. So after the date, he thought he should discontinue. Didn't make sense.
There was no one who thought about anything before?
I have no idea how it came about. But he went to the Rebbe, he went to Dollars, and he was going to ask the Rebbe, before he even had a chance to say anything, the Rebbe said, anyway, this past Shabbos, They were marrying off their daughter. So,
And what language does the daughter speak?
That's a Kreuz mit Scheppes samgerät.
I don't
That's a
know.
Kreuz mit Scheppes samgerät.
Definitely as good of Shalom Bayis.
Oh, by the way, wait. The funny part of this title that I told you about 82 and this 3 No, Erev Shabbos, when I thought about it, so I thought about it on Thursday, and I said, you know what, them. Erev Shabbos, I got 2 donations from people I don't know. I look on my website. One is $82. The other one was 333. 333. Yabakuk. The Indian of 82 is 333. The Rebbe sends me a thumbs up. Name? Cool.
Wow. There should have been a few zeros behind it.
All right. That's machen the most in the back of the
I can
numbers.
send you the zeros.
There was a guy who said had a Mishabera somewhere. So they get Minyan Yechi. So to Yechi Adeneinu Mareinu Rabbeinu Melech HaMashiach. Right? That's what you mean. All right, Eden.
Yeah.
Lama Shazem Bepel Mamish Chedesh Tammuz Chedesh HaGeula. So
Amen.
he doesn't have to wait for Gimel Tammuz. He can do it right now.
Amen.
Well,